Well folks, here we are. Had to change my routine. The heat on that thing and strings on it just wasn't getting it. It's been like 3 days I've been waiting on that bitch to be in, and it ain't done it any. I don't know what it has. I mean, it's straight. It was straight, but there wasn't. It wasn't really even straight. There was still a tiny bit of back bow in it. So what I did, I just took an old 2x4 here, put a block of wood under here. There's a piece of. It's got strings on it, by the way, too. I just left the strings on it, and I put this piece of leather under the strings, and then put this piece of wood against the strings and the leather, okay? And then I put my jacks on here, on the neck, and they're pulling up against this 2x4, and it is forcing that neck this way. Forcing forward bow into it. I'm pulling this side and this side down while this piece of wood is shoving the center of it up. Now, I doubt if you can see this. Okay. Maybe that's it. But it's definitely got forward bow in it right now. It's got relief in it right now. It's being shoved right down its throat, so to speak. This thing's been a bitch every step of the way, and it's pissing me off, man. So I put all this crap on here, put the heat right back on it. You know, I want to monitor that pretty close because, you know, I had a lot more heat than that on it before, but I never had this much stress on it as it has right now. So it's pretty hot, but as it gets hot, it may bend more, you know, so I gotta watch it really close over the next few hours. And I think you might be able to even see the relief right there. We're going to gain on it, and the next time I pick this camera up for this project, we're going to finish this puppy. Probably will be tomorrow. I don't know for sure yet, but anyways, that's where we are right now, ramming the relief down its throat. I'm going to take all this crap off of it, and hopefully that relief will stay in there. I turned the heat lamp off and let the neck cool down under stress like it is right now. So hopefully when I take these clamps off, the relief will stay in it. We're going to find out right now.
You know you're at the house and never sleeps.
So to conclude what I was saying, I lowered the lamp here to get a little bit more heat on this, speed this process up a little bit. That thing is about 150 degrees right now in this area. Down here it's much cooler. It's 109 degrees. And it's cooler, a little cooler up in here. That's 196 degrees. 120 degrees here. And it starts to rapidly. There's 142. I doubt you can see that. I don't know if you can see it or not, but increased the heat from about 140 degrees constant to 150 degrees constant. Tuned it up to 440. And I'm going to come back here in about an hour and check that pitch again, see if it's dropped. We are gaining on it. May take another day, but it's coming along, and we're going to string this thing up pretty soon. Well, we're going to do it on this video. Hold on. Well, welcome back, YouTube junkies. Everything you've seen in this video up until this point right now was over a period of about 5 days. Okay, let me catch you up on what's going on with this thing. I showed you how I've got it all clamped up here. Well, I took the clamps and took everything off, and it still had a little bit of buzzing around the 6th, 7th, and 8th frets. Okay, and it was just you couldn't play it. It buzzed out. So I put it back in the clamps again. Put the heat lamp back on it. Tighten it back up, you know, about where I had it. Put about 150 degrees on it. Nothing, man. She would not give any more. The neck was just, you know, it wasn't going to give anymore. So I called the owner up. I said, dude, you know, we're like 90% there. I said, but that other 10%, I told him about it buzzing and stuff. I said, that other 10%, it may break the neck. Because, I mean, I've been bearing down on it, man. I said, what do you want me to do? Do you want to risk, you know, tightening it up and breaking it? Or, you know, just never play down below the 5th fret? So he said, yeah, man, do it. You know, if it breaks, it breaks. Okay, so I came in here, put all this shit back on, put the heat lamp back up there. I'm going to start taking this stuff down right now as I'll tell you this. Put everything back on it, put the heat lamp back on it, put the heat up to about 200 degrees. Put the clamps back on it, and I mean, I bared down on it. We got relief. We have definitely got big time relief now, and it didn't break. The heat, I think, is maybe what saved that, but oh man, wait till you see. If I can even get the clamps off, they are so freaking tight. There we go. Relieved. But yeah, he said, go ahead, you know, do what you got to do, try to make it play. And if it breaks, it breaks. So we agreed on that. Like I said, I came in here and put everything, all this crap back on it. And it didn't break. We in fact have maybe too much relief now. I don't know. That's what we're going to find out. But it just wasn't, it was to the point, make it or break it. You know what I mean? So, so we're going to find out now. Let me pause the camera and I'll tune it up. It may be in tune, but I'll check it, make sure it's in tune, and then I'll show you the relief that we have gained. I mean, we gained big time relief. It might be too much, I hope not, but we'll find out. Hold on. So have a look, folks. We don't have as much relief as I would like to see, but we do have relief in it now. You can see it. Go back and watch the other videos on this and look at the back bow this neck had in it compared to now. I really thought we would have had more relief in that. Boy, whatever that shit's made out of is tough, man. That plastic or whatever that stuff is. And I think you can see the relief in it now, excluding that fall away at the end of the fretboard. You know, we talked about that. I showed it to you. I'm not even going to worry about that. So, just wanted to show you that relief. Right now we're going to check some measurements and stuff before I put new strings on it. And I think you might be surprised at how this thing sounds. I picked it a little bit with these old strings, and it's got that Ovation power. Anyways, hold on, and I'll get new strings. I know I said I was going to put on, I said I was going to put these on it. But I have since changed my mind. I'm going to go with these. The MSP 4200s. They're a medium gauge. They're .013 to .056. I know I said that's a little bit heavy for that guitar, but I thought we was going to have more relief than that. Really thought, you know, when I took those clamps off, it evidently went back some. But we still have relief. Just, you know, I want to put these heavier strings on it so we can keep the relief we've got now. So, hold on, let me set the camera back. By the way, there's the YouTube queen. You know what happens when she shows up. So, be prepared. I just want to take a few measurements before I put the new strings on it. Try to get everything as close as we can get it. We don't really have a whole lot to adjust, but I'm going to check the nut action. I like to see about 18 thousandths on all of my guitars. And we want to check the action at the 12th fret. Actually want to check the relief first. Just see if we have any relief at all. Now, if I note this back here, because of that fall away, we're going to get an inaccurate reading. If I note it on the 17th fret, it's going to be inaccurate. It starts to fall away at the 14th fret. So I need, everything about this setup is just screwy, man. I don't know. I'm going to note it about the 13th fret and see what we can get. Usually I'll measure this like at the 7th, 8th, and 9th frets in that area. Oh, that is, oh man, it's crazy tight. The relief, you're never going to believe this, what that relief is. You are never in a million years going to believe it. That neck is almost straight. I've got a .002. You can see how floppy it is, so thin. 0.002 thousandths neck relief. That's crazy. That's nearly no relief at all. And I'm telling you, man, guys, if we, you know, I could risk breaking the neck on this, try to get more, but that last bout we had, I really cranked down on that thing tight. And you know, if I go any more with it, it's probably going to break, and then the guitar's going to be completely unusable. At least the way it is now, it's playable. I love you! The action on the low E string at the 12th fret is 5/64. The high E string, let me find my 64s again, is 5/64 on the high E string. So you know, we can live with that. I really thought I would have to remove material from that bridge, if you remember how, or the saddle. If you remember how high that saddle, or it sticks up, but I'm not going to touch that. I'm just going to put new strings on it, and we'll check everything again, make sure it stays, you know, I don't want any back bow in it. It's got a tiny bit of relief in there, but boy oh boy, it's very, almost non-existent. It's almost a straight neck. So let's put, I'll stop the camera, put on these new heavy, really heavy, well it says medium, but a 13 to 056 is pretty heavy for a guitar like this, but that's what's going on it. So it keeps the relief what tiny bit it's got. So I'll bring you back when I get the new strings on it, and we'll see, finally going to see what she sounds like. Hold on. A couple of these nut slots I'm going to file down just a little bit, because that 6th string was more, it was more closer to 20 thousandths, and I like to see 18 or a little less than that. But the point of bringing you back is, I got these nut files, and I got a shitload of them from Stu Mac. Don't ever buy them. They're 10 times overpriced, and they put them in these damn plastic cases, man. The stuff, it bonds to the tool, and you cannot get that out of there. I'm telling you, it's just unbelievable. Take a pair of wire cutters and get a hold of the, there, but finally it came out. But you know, just shit like that. Should make mention too, if you ever file your nut slots, first get your nut files, slot files from Crimson Guitars. Don't get them from these assholes here. Crimson's guitars make a much better set. It's all in one. It has all the gauges. In one tool you can hold it in your hand and have all the gauges you need. Probably for the price of one of these. Or, yeah, I'd say probably one of these costs more than that whole set does. And this is not bitch Stu Mac day. I just Stumac is, I don't know, man. They're way too high on their shit, and they know it. I catch a lot of shit for that. I'm probably going to catch shit for this, but that's the facts. And you tune in to this channel, you get the facts. You want to file, lift your file up and file at an angle toward the peg that string goes in. You know, not down flat like this, but up like that, so the string will, the break angle will be, you know, on the side nearest the saddle. And it's just, well, it's the way you do it, it's what it is. I am setting these nut slot, well, the nut action, as I put the new strings on. And here again, filing this, you know, you don't want to file it flat like this. You want to raise the file up like that and get that angle. Same, file in the same angle as your headstock is, okay? Try to hold the file in the same angle that headstock runs. And I've already did that, so I don't want to take too much off of it, but, and you got to have the right file gauge for whatever string gauge you're using. Now we'll check that. We want 18 thousandths there. I think that's what I still have. Yeah, 10 and an 8. 6th string now is perfect. 5th string perfect. 4th string perfect. Now I can put that new 4th string on. But I just wanted to show you that, a little bit more info for you there about filing your nut slots. Also, on some guitars, instead of filing the nut straight, like on the say the 3rd and 4th strings, you know, they break away from the nut and go, you know, instead of running straight through it like this, they break, you know, toward the pegs, and that's the direction you want to file when you do this. So hold on, I got to find the 4th string. There wasn't one in that pack. Dave said, from Dave's World of Fun Stuff, he commented on my first video of this guitar. He said to save it. Wait till I get another one, cut the backs off of them and make snowshoes out of them. Dave, that might work pretty good. Thanks for that tip. So once again, 18 thousandths. That's beautiful, man. And I don't have a new 4th string. It's a .035. That 4th string's a .035, and I don't have one in the house that never sleeps. The guitar garage needs to stock up on more strings. I got 2 sets of brand new strings here, but there's not a 35 in either one of those. So, and I've got more old ones, but I don't know, man. And I told you about this tuner before. Someone asked me about it again. It's called the Tuner Lite, DATUNERLITE, I think. And this is an Android phone, so I don't know if it works on other platforms or not. It probably does, but it's the best tuner for cell phone I have found yet. Do a shout out to my buddy Kimbo. That's short. Kimbo Slice. You guys ever heard of Kimbo Slice? Man, do you like bare knuckle street fighting? You need to check this guy out. Kevin Ferguson. I guess it's, it should be okay for me to say his real name. But look up Kimbo Slice, Street Fighter. And I guarantee you, you will spend a whole lot of time in front of your screen watching that guy. He came all the way from the streets, man, of Florida. Hardcore, brutal fighting, man. All the way up to, I think he made it up into the UFCs, where he didn't do so well when he got professional, but check him out, man. I guarantee you, you will watch fights the rest of the night. There's one, his first fight, he fought Big D. Look up Kimbo versus Big D. That was the first fight. There was $3,000 on that fight. Kimbo walked away with the $3,000. You know, both sides put up $1,500. The winner got the whole bucket, $3,000. And Kimbo tore the guy's eye out. You can see it. It's in the video. It's a quick shot of it. Literally tore his eyeball out of his socket. That guy had to have lost that eye. $3,000, and now I saw him up in some of the UFC stuff and some of those other things he made. Like, well, I think he got $75,000 for every one of those fights, each one of them, win or lose. I believe. Now that intonation, I can get in here. Back here on this saddle with the file, I've got videos all about that if you want to check them out. How to set intonate your, how to intonate your acoustic guitar nearly perfectly. But you know, man, this guitar has so many unfixable problems. But yeah, you can get back here and file the break angles on each one of these strings and make them probably no more than they're off, and as thick as that saddle is, you could probably make them perfect or near it. But like I say, it is what it is, guys. It's an Ovation. It's got no truss rod. It's got no adjustments nowhere on the thing. The only adjustments you got are on these keys up here to tune it up. Well, let's see what it sounds like finally. We're going to finally get to hear this thing. Definitely not used to this guitar. I haven't been playing much either lately. I'm trying to give my hands time to heal up and stuff. I never could mute the strings like that on an acoustic for some reason. Numbers are still messed up on my channel. In case you hadn't noticed, they go up to like 100 or 200 or so and just stop counting. I don't know if YouTube will ever get that fixed or not. Got an old blue shirt and it suits me just fine. I like the way it feels, so I wear it all the time. Got an old guitar that won't ever stay in tune, and I like the way it sounds in the dark. Got a pair of boots that fit my feet just right, and I can work all day and go out and dance all night. I got a new used truck. It runs just like a top. And I've got a feeling it ain't ever gonna stop. Stuff that works, stuff that holds up. It's the kind of stuff you don't hang on the wall. Stuff that's real, that stuff we feel, is the stuff we always reach for when we fall. Well, I forget that. Anyways. Can't play it, but it's set up as good as it's gonna get. So, folks, thanks for everything. Thanks for the new subscribers, man. Y'all, I do appreciate it. Things are going to pick up and get better now that I'm getting over this sick bug or whatever I've had. It's finally breaking up a little bit. Still got it. I shouldn't even try to sing with this stuff, but there you have it. And like I say, I haven't even been playing guitar for a while. I've just been kind of resting my hands and hoping they would heal. It's getting better where I closed the car door on it. And it, I don't know if it'll ever be the same or not, but anyways, pay no attention to the numbers. They are all wrong. I hope you guys' numbers on your channels are more accurate than mine are, because that's just unbelievable. Thanks to the old subscribers, too, for hanging around. Lots more good repairs to come. The quick clips thing, I know I said I would start it in January, didn't get around to it. Maybe this month I'll get to do it. Who knows, man. Just keep it here, though. I guarantee you one thing, you'll be glad you did. So we'll catch you on the next video, folks. Cheers and peace to you all. See you real soon.
Hey man, can you leave me a comment or something, man? Just like one comment, just a word is okay, man. You just put some letters down there, man. Just something.